Good morning, all my squids out there. So we are headed back up to that 1943 Army Jeep to go do those plugs and wires on it this morning. Yes, that classic old Army Jeep. So let's get on up there, get that done, knocked out, and then we're going to be possibly looking at getting a actual service truck, so we're not having to use our personal truck. See you up there, guys. So here we are back in this classic 1943 Army Jeep. As you can take a look here, all that. This thing is been some business. The history, you could tell. That shovel, like I said, that shovel is original. I wonder if this ever saw Omaha Beach. We know it was over in Europe during World War II and all that. Today we're going to be doing the plugs and wires. Sorry, there's really not much lighting in here and all that. We only got the 4 plugs and wires. Getting those taken care of and all that. But this is sweet. I don't know if you see this. This here is a PTO winch. There were only, out of all the Jeeps that were made and all that, thousands, over, I don't remember, well over 60,000. But only 1,200 of the Jeeps had this PTO, and those winches are, for collectors, are around 35,000 to 40 grand. So just to let you know that when you get to classic vehicles, some stuff is really, really expensive and everything. I'm just giving you a view of this vehicle right now before we start our work and all that. Apparently this vehicle has been in some car shows and it has always won. So let's get to the work and all that. Now, one of the things you first want to do whenever you're working on a classic vehicle, treat it with respect. Don't be using no power tools on it. Use your hand tools on it. Be gentle with them. Because remember, they are old and all that. They do need some loving and everything. Yeah, everything. So, don't need the extension portion, because that bar is right in my way. But we're going to be doing these one at a time. Always best to do your, if you're doing your plugs and wires, do one at a time, so that way if you don't mix them all up and everything. So we'll get this one out. If everything wants to play nice here. Seriously? Well, at least it didn't go far. At least it's easy to get to. So, let's get this one out. May need that extension anyway. Get a little bit longer extension. So like I said, be gentle and all that. Don't be, there we go. Don't be using no power tools and all that. Be gentle and kind to these vehicles. Like I said, they may be old, they may still be running, but you never know if what might be happen. But gentle is always kind. You got a lot of rust built up there. And let's take this out here. You can tell that has a lot of carbon built up. The gap on these is 0.030, to let you all know. So as you can tell, this from being on the coast, it's all weathered and everything. So we'll get these changed out. And the torque specs on these is 25 to 35 foot-pounds. We're going to go in between. We're going to go to 30 foot-pounds and all that. And always torque your spark plugs down. You don't want them to come loose. Make sure you never over tighten them. and all that. So let's get this torqued. There we go. So we're going to do the same thing to the rest of them. We're going to get this wire, get the new one on. We're going to get some dielectric grease put on here and everything. All the other three are going to be the same way. Remove it, gently remove. Make sure the gap is correct. Make sure you're do the torque and all that. So just wanted to show you that one right there. Then we're going to go to our post checks. So once we're done with getting all the spark plugs in, as you can tell, we are going to do our post checks. We want to get this primed. Give it some pumps. And we're also going to put some, spray a little bit of starting fluid to help it start up. So there is a certain way you got to start these vehicles. Give it some choke here. Give it a little bit of throttle. A little stiff. There we go. And turn the ignition on. Got to make sure we're in neutral here. Okay, we are in neutral. And back over there to the foot. There we go. Got it all started up here. Gotta get the choke in. Gotta turn down this throttle some. There we go. Easy. So as you can tell, we got this all up and running. Everything is good on it. No misfiring. Because the vehicle is old, it does take a little bit to start up and all that. That's why you got to prime it. You got to do a little bit of starting fluid to it. The customer is all happy that this is all done now. Like I said, this is a good old classic vehicle. Wish I had one. Now if it was a Navy one, guess what color it'd be? It'd be blue. So, Army, no, that was green. Navy, blue. Right on. Catch you on the flip side.